Hello everyone. So how many of you really wanted to control your thoughts? You are literally fed up with your thoughts. It keeps on coming in your mind even if you don't want. If that is happening with you, then this is the session which you should go through. And believe me, if you go through this session, you will feel enlightened at the end of the session. Now, what I'm going to share with all of you is the 3 different steps. If you follow, you will be able to control to a large extent this continuous thoughts which is going on. So for that I am going to share the first step, which is nothing but we have to identify the barrier. Now, to help this particular concept understand, I would like to share with you one story. So there was one stranger and he was just coming from one way, and he had seen one beggar who was asking for money to everyone. Now when he came nearer to the beggar asked money to him, and the stranger said that I don't have anything to give it to you. And then the stranger also asked this beggar that you have been sitting here since long. So he said that yes, I am sitting here since past 30 years. So the stranger said that you're sitting on this trunk, what is there in the trunk? So this beggar said that I don't know, I have never seen. He said, why you have not seen? You would have seen that. What is there in that? So after a lot of insisting, this beggar has opened the trunk. And after opening the trunk, he was literally shocked. It was filled with gold. If he would have opened that trunk long back, he would have become rich. Now, the problem here is that he was not believing that the trunk is having all the money which is required to live his life. So what happened? We have to understand that the strangers are nothing but the people who are around us. And we are beggars who are always asking for solution outside to those strangers. Now these strangers they can't give anything to us. Now the problem here is not the strangers. The problem is with the beggar who is, in spite of having a lot of money, still asking support from outside. Why? Because he doesn't believe that he is having all the wealth which is required to sustain his life. So the trunk is nothing but our own life, and the strangers are nothing but my environment. So we have to understand this particular thing, that the starting point of this thought is to find out solution in my current situation which I am expecting it to come from outside. So the thought process actually starts from there. So we have to once understand that the power is within me, the solution is within me, then I will not have discussion in terms of these thoughts. So identification of this barrier is very important. And how we will be able to identify this barrier? By understanding that solution is within, not outside. That is part number 1, the step number 1. Now the step number 2 is that, okay, so Amanda has said that you have to look inside. Now how to look inside? It's very difficult. I cannot look. Now, to help you understand this, I would like to give you an example. Say suppose a guest has come to your home in the morning and he started chatting with you, and since morning he is chatting with you and now it is evening. What will happen? By continuous chatting again and again and again, you will feel drained. You will feel your energy is being lost, isn't it? It will happen. Similarly, it is happening with us. Suppose you are continuously engaging with your thoughts, discussing with your mind, because the thoughts are nothing but a question and answer which is happening within self. A question which is being asked and you are giving answer. Then a question is being asked, you are giving answer. This process is nothing but the thought patterns, wherein I am always engaged in conversation with the thoughts. And what will happen, this is going to completely drain my energy out. So all the time my thoughts will make me feel either miserable, or it will make me feel uncomfortable and insecure. Why? If you go and observe, I have observed this, that most of the time these thoughts are either attached to my past, if I have taken some bad decisions, if I have spent money somewhere which is not so good decision, then what will happen? Ultimately, every time I will think on those aspects and I will blame myself. And another way I have seen that the thoughts are dwelling in my future, what will happen tomorrow, how I will be able to manage this, whether I will be able to get this or not. So in both the scenarios, whether it is past or whether it is future, I am always either feeling miserable or I am feeling completely insecure. But most of the time you would have realized that these thoughts are not pertaining to the present moment. Because if it is the present moment, then these thoughts will not affect you. The present moment thoughts will never affect you. So it's very important that we dissociate with these thoughts. You know, a dog loves to chew bones. Similarly, the mind loves to chew problem through thoughts. So we have to get rid of this. And the best way to get rid of this is mindfulness, a part of mindfulness which will help you. Because in mindfulness what we are doing, we are concentrating and we are observing our breath. Coming in, inhaling and exhaling of breath. See this and try to do next time. Whenever you are engaged in continuous thoughts, just tell to the thoughts, wait a minute, and start observing your inhalation and exhalation, and you will find that the clutch which the thoughts are having will slowly go down. It will lose its power. Now, the third part is that observing the thinker or the watching the thinker. Now, who is this thinker? A thinker is nothing but a mind which is constantly throwing some questions to us. And I have to stop that. How I can stop that? So, say suppose you are driving. I would like to give you an example. Say you are driving in a two-way and there are vehicles which is coming from opposite direction. Now, can you start driving to your right hand side? No, I'm sure that you will not do. Why? Because right hand side the vehicles are coming, and if you do that you will land up meeting with an accident. You will not do. So we have to understand this point, that whenever any thought comes in our mind, we should not engage with it. We should not go and involve with it. We have to understand that this is just a thought and not a reality. This is not me, this is just a thought. And try to observe, not going and engaging with it. Right? So then what will happen? The thoughts will slowly move and it will go away. But the problem comes when I go and engage with these thoughts. Try to justify these thoughts. And when I try to justify these thoughts, then what will happen? I will go into that loop. So friends, the 3 points which I have shared, the 3 steps which I have shared, try and apply in your own life. Identify the barrier and understand the potential is within. Look inside and watch this thinker. If you do this and if you are getting results, share in the comment box. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go and subscribe to my channel, like and comment. And also I have a VIP Facebook group and a Telegram group. I would request you to come and join my group. Reason being is the lot of concepts which I go and share there in that particular group, which is not otherwise in the YouTube or Facebook. So please go and do that, and it is going to definitely help you. Give me encouragement by sharing your thoughts on this video, because it will give me motivation to make such more videos. If you want me to make videos on some other topics, please go ahead and do that. So thank you so much. Enjoy yourself. Cheers.